What if we do a little bit of a mail day and we talk about a $400,000 Derek Jeter sale? Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So this morning, I log on to Twitter. Normally, these are just things I talk about on Sundays, but it really interested me, and the reaction to it was also really interesting. I've got a few things I want to open here. First of all, we'll get to my mail day towards the end of this. I want to cover the Derek Jeter cards. So first, Derek Jeter, 1993 SP is obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously because it could also be the 93 Tops, which I didn't get. I've got that one on the wall too. I also have his 93 Bowman on the wall. 93 SP is his most iconic card. I love the Tops because I had that as a kid. I didn't have the SP. And the PSA 10 of the SP just sold for $400,000. Feels like a lot of money, but I don't think this is the highest ever. I think it's sold for quite a bit more than that in pandemic era. So $400,000 for a PSA 10, there aren't very many 10s. I think I'll put up here on the screen how many there are. But I looked at it and I said, you know what? My PSA 7 looks just as good. And I said I paid $60 for it. I looked, I actually paid $120. So I was wrong. PSA 7. But it looks the same. The card looks the same. And I didn't pay $400,000. I paid $120. A very, very tiny fraction of one that sold for $400,000. Look at how nice this card looks. You could not convince me that there's $399.9 thousand of difference in these two cards. It's not even $1,000 of difference. I don't know. It's a strange thing. And then somebody named Stock Viking PhD responded to my tweet, and he said, "It's the slab people are paying for, not the card. For example, if you took your exact same PSA 7 and put it in a PSA 10 slab, someone would give you $400,000 for it." And, you know, I've heard the buy the slab, not the card. I've heard people are buying slabs, but this is the best example of that whole, it's the best explanation, or I guess visualization is the embodiment of that whole movement and the situation we're in right now with junk slab era, etc. This card right here, if you crack this out and put it into a PSA 10 slab, people would look at it, and the back corners, the corners on the back are slightly touched. But boy, the card looks great. It's possible that the card has some minor scratching on it, but it also could be the case. It could be the slab itself. There's no way to know. If you were to slide this into a PSA 10 slab, I don't think anybody would know the difference. And that feels bad to me. I'm curious for your thoughts on this $400,000 card. Here's a $120 card. Or you could just put this card, you could crack it out and just put it in a one-touch from the penny sleever. Use my code JWH2025 and you get 10% off your first order at thepennysleever.com. I use the penny sleever for slab bags. I use them for one-touches. I use them for everything. JWH2025. All right. We have couple pieces of mail. You can see I've been working in my room. That is the piece of my new gate. I put up a gate in the doorway that will prevent the cats from coming in. And that will allow me to work in here more on the weekends and in the evenings because it's too cold. It's too cold, especially in the evenings, for me to be in here. There's no heat in here. And so now I can close the door but have the gate open, gate closed. It's a cat gate. Prevents the cat from getting in. And the heat will come in here. And now I can really start to do some work in here. Just need to find the time. I seem to be missing an eBay package. Did I, for those of you who watch every week, and it's going to seem crazy that I don't remember this, have I already shown, oh, here it is right here. This was delivered a while ago. I'm not sure why I'm just seeing it now. All right, in an attempt to improve my women's sports cards collection, which I have a very nice collection of women's sports cards, I have purchased, you know I love Sports Illustrated for kids, and I love them autographed, especially the early ones. Here is the 2003 Sports Illustrated for Kids, Diana Taurasi, autographed. And on it, she has inscribed 3X WNBA champ. Now, the slab, the card, is loose in there, which drives me crazy. You would think a professional card, the greatest card grader in the world, would be able to put the card in and have it stay. So anyway, what's the story behind this card? I'm glad you asked. I saw this card on eBay over a year ago for $199. And I made an offer for $120. Got rejected. They countered it like $180. So I was like, okay, you don't want to play? That's fine. But then a month later, it was down to $179. And I was like, oh, okay. So now I'll offer $160. So I offered $160 or $140 or something. I don't remember the exact amount, but it was well below. And they rejected it outright. No counter. It was an auction with or best offer. So starting bid originally was $200 or $199 or best offer. Then it went down to $179 because it's not selling. Then it went down to $149 and I didn't buy it. Then it went down to $129 auction. Nobody bought it. And then it went down to $99 auction. And I put in a bid at $99. I wasn't convinced it was going to keep going. So half the price, in fact, less than what I originally offered for this card. I think there's just not a very big market for Diana Taurasi Sports Illustrated for Kids card, which I'm thrilled to get at $99 plus, fees or whatever, tax and shipping. I should show my women's sports card collection at some point. I think that there will be a lot of people who are interested in that. I'm looking at some of them right now, but a lot of them aren't even out. Okay, so that's my new Diana Taurasi card. That would kind of be considered her rookie card. I know that WNBA had some cards out by then, but this is from Tim. Tim is, and I've opened packages from him many times before. He's one of the best viewers and commenters on the channel. Hall of Fame commenter. He likes to send me wrappers, so I'm guessing these are wrappers. We have a mosaic box. We have a Larry Bird 81 Topps. This is the second year. This is his first solo card. So that's very cool. Thank you, Tim. And then a bunch of new wrappers to go in my collection, which I'll show in a second. But here's a Nomar 1999 card. Here's a Pedro card from 1998. Bunch of wrappers. Oops, we have one more. One more. We have a Yaz. My first Pokemon wrapper. Can't say I've ever had anything Pokemon related. And then a couple of other wrappers. Thank you very much, Tim. Very, very kind of you. Love this. Let me know what you think about that $400,000 Jeter sale and the concept of putting my PSA 7 into a 10 slab. Would it still sell for $400,000? I could see that happening for sure. All right, different day, same sweater. Why not, right? Different shirt. But I forgot about a few things that I had that came from I think from viewers that I hadn't opened yet. First of all, I opened this. This came from Alan. Thank you, Alan. This is amazing. Mike Greenwell, who just passed away, rest in peace. Mike Greenwell had watched my channel before. His nephew or his son was a fan of my channel and sent him one of my videos, and he said he liked it. Video about him. This is the Desert Shield 1991 Topps. My kids are yelling at each other. All right, turns out they were just having fun. You can never tell when they're yelling at each other. Are they being serious or are they just having fun? They're 21 and 15, so I try to ignore it. I don't get involved for the most part because they should be able to handle these things themselves. Desert Shield, Mike Greenwell. Awesome. Thank you very much, Alan. What an amazing gift. I'm trying to get all the Red Sox Desert Shield 1991 Topps cards. Quite a package here. Quite a package here. This is from Winston. Great commenter. A supporter of the channel. Very good packaging by Winston. This is amazing. Amazing. Tales from the Boston Red Sox Dugout. A collection of the greatest Red Sox stories ever told. That's awesome. Another book that I will slowly chip away at. In the wintertime, I have a lot of reading time. And I didn't notice this at first, but Winston, in his letter, told me that he is close friends and neighbors with Jim Prime, the author of this book. And Jim signed it to me, a genuine Red Sox fan. I hope you enjoy these stories. Any friend of Winston's has to be a good guy. So thank you again, Winston. This is awesome. Winston sent me a nice letter, and he said, he says some nice things about my channel, and he says, each video seems to be a different focus, which is important to me. I wouldn't want to just talk about the same things every episode. I'd get bored. And actually, I think on this week's episode of Surface Issues on Sports Card Clubhouse, Greg and I are going to talk about this very topic, which is, are you a generalist, a hobby generalist, or are you a hobby specialist? And I am a hobby generalist, where I know a little about a lot of things, but I don't know a lot about many things. I like the hobby, and there isn't one specific area. Like if you think about, and this is no criticism of the people who specialize. I respect it. I learn a lot from these people. I love it. It's just not for me. If you think about Victor, the rookie card specialist, that guy knows everything about rookie cards. And I love rookie cards, but I don't know nearly as much as Victor. Then you think about Dan's Vintage Baseball PC knows so much about pre-war kind of obscure guys who have amazing stories. And I love watching these guys and learning from them. I want to know a little bit about everything because I'm interested in so many different parts of the hobby. So Greg and I will talk about that at length in our podcast. I don't think it'll be the main topic, or at least not the only topic. Surface Issues on Sports Card Clubhouse podcast. Thanks, guys, for watching. I will see you all soon.